video. We just did a clutch slave. Now we're doing a master. So I had issues with the Acura. The clutch, it's been sitting for a while. I want to say December or January. And now that I got it running, as soon as you push the clutch and put it into gear, barely moving the clutch pedal, it starts grabbing. And that's not too normal for this car. So I decided to bleed it. Didn't work. So I decided to just get a slave and a master. So the master is a CM1162. That's the part number from O'Reilly's Power Torque. And to do all this, pretty much you just need a 10 and a 12 millimeter wrench or socket and extension. I recommend socket and extension. So I actually went with the long extension. And the 2 bolts you need to remove are in your clutch pedal. Let's see. Let me get flash on real quick. Okay, we're back with the flash. All right. So right there, you see 1 bolt. There's another one hidden up there. Let's see. It's right at the fingertip, right up there. You'll see that's two 12 millimeter nuts. And then you also need to remove the pin, which is being held on by a C-clamp right there. So you pop that off, push the pin out, and your master will fall out. But for what I recommend is I recommend taking your reservoir out. That's 2 10s right here, and a hose clamp right here, and there's one down there, and then everything will come out much easier. So let me do that real quick and I'll show you guys. So this hard line right here, see, focus, yeah, hard line right here, that's gonna be a 10. Remember, I recommend using a brake line wrench. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna use a regular one and go slow and carefully so I don't strip it. Shut up, Rudy. But let's get that out and get that pin out, and we'll do it. So I lied. It wasn't a C-clip. It's actually a focus, a cotter pin. So I don't recommend using cotter pins. Focus, hold on. Cotter pins again, over again. Especially not this one. But since I don't have any, I'm just gonna put this bad boy back on. Since I don't have another one, but when I get another one, I'll just swap it out. Now that I got the reservoir out, remember it's 2 10s and it's just a little hose. Take the clamp off and you just slide it off. So in here, see the master, it has the 2 bolts off. I got the hard line off. So now all you gotta do is kind of like, you gotta wiggle it. Hold on. Is there anything you need for us, Juan? Slide it out. Pull that piece of caca out. That's what that one. Ooh. Whoa!
You got my fucking shoe.
Okay, so that's there. So okay, so remember, don't get this on the paint because brake fluid will eat paint. So don't do that. Let's. Said it'll eat paint, not shoes. What am I paying you for?
For a pair of new pants? Look at this.
Alright, so this is the new one. Once again, every time you get a part, you always want to make sure it's kind of the same. So, look at it.
They're not the same. This thing has this in it.
Shut up. But everything looks the same. The bolts look a little longer. But looks like I can screw those in a little bit. Adjustment screw to fix with the clutch. Same thing on here. It's just this one's different. But I'm gonna put that in real quick. So you want to slide this piece in first and then line up your holes. I recommend putting, I got a new hose, but I recommend putting a new hose on this and put it on before it goes in. It'll just be easier instead of messing down there with the hose clamp. So let me do that real quick. Oh, wait. O'Reilly's also sponsored me with the new hose and hose clamps. So all you gotta do, kind of get it to the right size. Since they didn't have this one, they just gave me a regular one. High pressure line too. So we're gonna cut it between the T and the S. We're gonna cut it right there. I'll be right back. Alright, so now remember, I want to slide this piece in first, and then after that you want to align these. Remember, the hoses go up. Don't do it like this, because then, oh, it's bad. Align it in. Okay, now that we got that in, we're gonna make it go in there. So all these cables are making it hard. There we go, see? Line one in. And the other one in. Oh, we have a problem, man. Let me see what's going on in there. Everybody, jiggle it. Push it in. Alright guys, so the new Master came with 2 studs. For some reason I feel like you can actually tell. This one that was on the left is actually bent a little. It's a little bent, so it actually wouldn't go in at any way that I would try. This one went in anyways, but this one was like bent. So I just used the old ones, it really doesn't matter. But now all I need is gonna be a long extension, just so I don't have problems. But just a long extension and a 12 to put those 2 nuts in, and then remember that cotter pin and the pin. Alright guys, so now after you got your 2 12s, the other one's on the other side, it's hard to see. I'll put your pin back in, and then the cotter pin, so the pin doesn't come out and you lose your clutch. Once again, use the new cotter pin, don't use the old one. I thought it was a C-clip, so I wasn't prepared, so I'm just going to use this and replace it later on when I have the chance. Alright, so now that you got it all done, I'm going to put this in. Make sure you thread it in by hand so it doesn't get stripped. Might want to have to put some pressure down and kind of line it up and slowly screw it in. After that, you want to tighten it with the 10. I recommend, once again, a brake line wrench. Not one of these, just because it can strip it, and then you just have to cut it and put a new line in. After that, you want to put clamp on this before, put this hose on here, tighten it down, and then the 2 10s will go right there. So we'll go like that and just tighten them up, fill this up, and then we'll bleed it when I'm done. Alright guys, so now that we got the 2 10s, the hose with the hose clamp, we got the hard line all tightened up in there, and the 2 12 nuts that go in there, that are in the other side, under the other side of the firewall. What you want to do is take that off, and you want to top it off. Oh, look at them skills. Do that. Just top it off like that. And what you want to do is cover it up. And what we're going to do is pump the clutch about 10 times just to build some pressure in there, since it is full of air. And do that. And this is kind of a 2-person thing. So my cameraman is going to be in there pushing the clutch. And the bleeder valve right here, it's going to be a, if they didn't change it, it's an 8 or a 10. So let me check real quick, I'll show you guys.
Should have been an 8.
See, the old one was an 8. I think this one's going to be a 10. No, it's a 9. Let me go see if I have a 9. Wait, look at that. I don't. Alright, so I'm going to look around. I'm going to look around to find one that's this size. It used to be an 8. Yeah, so it's definitely a 9. So I'll go look for a 9. Once again, 10 pushes on a clutch, and then we'll open that to let some air out, and then we'll see how it's going.
Hey guys, when I was looking over here, I noticed Juan dropped the brake fluid. Yep. Borro macetón. Don't tell him I told you guys that.
Okay, so my cameraman right there, Rudy, he's gonna press the clutch. We're gonna do like a bleeding the brakes. He's gonna push it 3 times. 4th one, he's gonna hold it. I'm gonna come over here and open the bleeder valve, and we're gonna see how much air or fluid comes out. Remember, you want to keep an eye on the reservoir. Make sure it doesn't get empty, because it's just gonna suck more air in, and you're just gonna be wasting time. So let's get to it, Rudy.
Ready?
Hold on, I gotta find my ratchet.
Come on, girl.
Come on, girl. Alright, let me tighten this bad boy up real quick. Okay, pump it 3 times.
Got it?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, hold it.
Okay, let's open it. Oh, we gotta make sure it's on the right way. We just had some air come out. Alright, so we close it back up. Alright, Rudy, 3 more times.
1, 2, 3, hold it.
Alright, I'm gonna. So we got more fluid coming out. It looks pretty good. Let's do it. We're gonna do this a total of 5 times, and we'll come back.